Tournament. I am Duelist, i.e. the Mechmaster, bringing you the matches as only we can. Today we are bringing you the second part of the round robin 3v3, and we are on the map Glory. Okay, here we go. Jaguar, mostly Heartless, and an Atlas, Bushwhacker, and Chimera, taking on the Falcons. And an Atlas, Warhammer, and Chimera. Interesting, the Falcons are going to have an advantage here in armor, while SJ might have a little bit of an advantage in speed. Firepower is going to be a little bit crazy here. I think it's going to be down to who gets the first shots. That Bushwhacker takes time to do all of its damage, and the Warhammer has pretty long reloads on its in between its shots. Again, this is round 4, map 1, Jade Falcon Guards against SJ Mostly Heartless. SJ Mostly Heartless 3-1 going into this. Jade Falcon Guards 1-3. But I think the Guards have an excellent chance here in this lineup. It should be a good match, and as it is the second half of the tournament, it's anybody's day. Special thanks to everybody that made today possible, and stay tuned for hopefully many hours of exciting action. We're here at Mechmaster Productions. We're recording 2 at once for you. Oh, Joey is going to get hammered here out on his own. This is not a good position for Joey whatsoever. Architect and Kidsin need to start taking hits here, because Lico is not going to mess around with the tournament on the line soon. Surprisingly, they're focusing Lico. I'm surprised to heck that they're not on Salmon or Jamek. Kidsin is going to go down here shortly. Will he be able to take a Falcon down before he goes? There goes the Bushwhacker, and this is looking like the Falcon's day here on Glory. It's too long for those rotary autocannons to do their damage. And Jamek, largely fresh. Salmon, somewhat fresh. Kidsin, there goes Kidsin. And I just do not think Joey has enough armor after taking that initial explosion. I am surprised that he is going after the Atlas here. His back is going to go out. I give Joey about 10 seconds before he goes kaboom. Prove me wrong, Joey. Prove me wrong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Explode! Well, they proved me wrong there, but not terribly much longer past that. SJ takes way too much damage early on their Atlas and does not choose the right target to focus. Okay, here we are, map 2 on TSA Carbon. A cold purple map set in the mountains of some sort of space area. And you can fire your weapons all day long on this. Generally, you want to bring either short range or pop-tardy long range. You don't generally see a lot of medium range on this map. Remind me to send this link to Bird Thing and or Lico so we can get that posted up now that we know what the live stream link is. Alright, viewers. This is the 3v3 tournament. This is round 4, map 2 between the Clan Jade Falcon Guards and the SJ Mostly Heartless. Here we have a Gauss or AC cannon with 4 medium beams. The same thing there. We have a PPC and autocannon, I think, on that Uzil. We have a AC-20, a large laser or something like that on the Thanatos. And we've got medium beam. So the name of the game is Beam City. Expect to see lots of lasers here. And the two teams have brought equipment to jump snipe, but they've also brought equipment to fight 2 meters away from each other. Let's go ahead and follow in our match. And let's see what they've brought to cook here on this map. We have all 8 teams ready to go. We've got a little bit of a delay as we try to get to the second round of the day, round 5, and we have round 5, 6, and 7 all set and all ready to go for you. I'm keeping an eye on lots of neat stuff. We hope you have fun today, and we hope that we bring you an excellent tournament, both for the players, both for the game, and other things. We have wait time for the 2 teams. Not a fan of that, but it is something that we're going to just have to get by with. We offered the opportunity to want to watch, and there we go. The Falcons have the initiative because their weapons are going to work much better at close range. I'm surprised that we're not seeing a bit more focus here. Joey is going to possibly explode. The Falcons are a little more coordinated here right now because they want kids in, then they want Joey, then they want Architect. SJ trying to spread damage, but the Falcons surprised them. And SJ has a bit more of a ranged list here, and they're really not able to utilize that right now. And with kids in unable to share armor, it's just a little bit of time before Mech goes poof. They do get Liko, but Kidsin is going to have to carry a lot of damage. Kidsin is going to have to do a lot here if SJ is going to pull what I think is going to be a little bit of an upset given that initial volley. Prove me wrong, SJ. Alright, Falcons, you need to focus fire here. Your commander's gone down, so you need to pick something and spread your damage and focus as much fire as you possibly can. I'm a bit surprised here that Jamek is focusing completely on Joey. Joey at this point is just trying to spread damage, and it's going to be up to Architect to get the kill. This could still very well be Jamek's fight, as he's been largely untouched so far in this, and that Avatar has got pretty good damage and nice armor. 75-ton mech against 40-ton mech. Not much they can do there, and now all that Jamek needs to do is make the right shots, and this match could very well be his. Joey is going to need to fire on the back of Jamek and whatever the damage component is. I just think that Joey just does not have the armor for this, and if Jamek is able to get the first shot off and in close range, I just don't feel that Joey's weapons work well for this close range situation. Let's find out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jamek gets it, and SJ falls to 3-2 in the tournament, while the Falcons improved to 2-3, I believe. Although, given that this is round 4, I think the Falcons improved to 2-3. Let's find out. Check the damage here a second. A close battle. A close, enjoyable battle. and cleaning up the remaining light and bushwhacker. Just too much armor for the mercs here on their round 5 matchup on map 1 here. And now we'll switch over to our main coverage. Here we have a Avatar, Demo, and Chimera. This is using C-Bill set. This is using C-Bill set 6, 92,000, 84,000, 55,000 inner sphere. Opposing that is a Thanatos, maybe a Delta, a Uzil, and an Avatar of some kind. 12th VR. A good team of vets against a good team of vets over there on the other side. I think that we should have a good battle upcoming. Two teams circling about a little bit. Some powerful but slow assets here. I think we'll make contact here shortly. Surprised the two teams are taking this long to find each other, but that's alright. A good battle has a break in it. I think Rick Hunter is, or Hiroshima, one of the two commanders, I'd imagine. Choices for commander is waiting so that they can get to close range and close the distance with cover decently. They do not want to fight at range. They want to fight as far apart as they are from their teammates right now against the enemy SJ team. One famous announcer said, "I love the break in the middle of a match." And that's what we get. Here we go with the main battle. Ooh, Rick Hunter taking a beating here. Hiroshima needs to get in and get that armor and those mighty weapons working on that Demolisher. Rick gets into cover. Silver trying to share some armor. Jumping a little bit high, surprisingly. 12th is a bit out of position right now, but Rick recovers well, starts to work at the distance. That works well for his weaponry. Hiroshima now into the firing line, and they get an arm off Architect. Hiroshima's gonna have to take a lot of punishment here, and this just is not meant to be. That battle took a long time to find each other, but it went downhill quickly once SJ got the first hit. Hiroshima going to try and get a kill here, but 3-on-1, well, that demo's had its day. It would be nice if the microphone was unmuted for the past however long that it's been. Welcome to map 2 of round 5. We are on the cold, low-gravity map. We have a rifleman, a blood asp, and a cougar, all medium to long range, against a Mars tank, close range avatar, and something else on the SJ team. The SJ team is up 1-0 on 12th. This is the best 2 out of 3. This is the second weekend. The first hour and a half live stream will be available later due to technical reasons. We're now on this, so if you're watching and you know people also want to watch it elsewhere, please share the link to this video or just tell people to update the chat. Update them and go from the waiting for Mechmaster. Well, Mechmaster showed up, YouTube did not, and did not send the error until later. More on that story later. This is the second weekend. We have 3 rounds to get through to, and we had 5 rounds last weekend. There'll be a championship. The top 4 teams that qualify will be in a single elimination semifinal bracket with a third place game available for the teams that fall. It'll be best 3 out of 5. That'll be coming at your way tomorrow. Uh-oh. We've got some jump jetting. Jump sniping is the name of the game on this map. I'm surprised he didn't land a hit. The SJ team has lots of armor, but are very slow maneuvering. The 12th VR team has lots of firepower, but not as much armor. Looks like the teams are positioning to attack. Surely they have each other on radar by now. This blood asp is going to get hit hard if it pokes its head over without his teammates. Kidsin sees them. They're staring down. We have a fight! Or not. Wait. We know what they have now. We don't want anything to deal with that tank. Get back. SJ going. Roll, tanks, roll. That's what's happening here. And the battle is joined. Let's move in from the 12th position. I think we'll get a good visual here. Rick telling his team, let's back up. That tank is going to take forever to reposition. We can hit their jump sniper. And on the other server, it's Atlases pounding each other relentlessly. Literally 2 feet away, TSA Glory, the Merc team, and the Falcons. Oh, this is the second straight battle where it is just carnage out there, folks. It is just carnage out there. We'll have those recorded videos for you later. That is just some outstanding work. Oh! But there goes the arm on the Atlas for the Merc team. Do they still have enough here? Let's find out. That tank that SJ took is going to take a long time to reposition, which is why you're going to see a pretty good break in here. Remember, there's only a 15-minute time limit on these matches. They cockpit the Atlas, it looks like. The Mercs are still in this. Falcons are 2-1, though. It's a partisan and a 2-on-1. Can it handle it? Let's find out. It's a one-on-one, actually. Atlas versus Partisan. Staring each other right down. Let's see what happens. Oh! A victory for the Falcons. An outstanding battle, an outstanding match. Let's see just how damaged that thing was. Meanwhile, back at SJ headquarters, that Atlas was down to about 25% on the side, the last remaining asset alive in that Falcons Mercs match. Alright, let's change up our perspective now. The SJ team. Two teams are being extremely cautious because they each have the firepower to knock each other senseless. Here's the battle. Rick Hunter taking the full brunt of the SJ firing line. Those auto flamers, probably not too much of a factor on this cold map, but still something. Silver taking on Kidson. They're focusing completely on the Blood Asp. The other team is focusing completely on Joey's Mars. Looks like SJ will have this one. There's too much armor. 12th VR tried carefully to pick the positioning they wanted, the distance they wanted, but it just wasn't meant to happen as SJ takes the round.
Channel switched.
Okay, so we have 105, 70,000, and 46,000 limit. Clan tech only on a doesn't count. It's just an exhibition match to pass the time while we wait for the other two matches to get done. Okay, looks like the mostly Heartless SJ team is taking a Rifleman. And the 12th VR team, we only have a 5-minute time limit here. The Rick Hunter. Rick Hunter in an Ares tank, Urashima in a Hewitt tank, and Snow Gibbon in an Oro tank. The 5-minute time limit, I expect the teams to rush into each other and do battle, hopefully.
Coming,
Channel switch.
Atlas.
Play on. I'm aware that the
Fuck
Yeah.
They did this last time, didn't they?
It's always
Yeah.
in the rifleman.
Charlie 2 somewhere. Keep on that guy. Keep on the Atlas.
I'll have to get down because I don't have a shot on them. What ore was
He's
that?
close.
What ore was that? He's stuck in the thing now.
Get the armor.
Yep.
Live mix.
They're focusing me.
Oh, they're
Light on
doing
me
what
now.
you call it, meme list.
Get to me.
Intense.
Rick, you go to hell.
I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm taking shots at him.
Just like the back.
exhibition match.
Yeah, I'm dealing with him.
How well are you dealing with him? I'll help you.
But actually,
He's picking me. I can't get focus on you. He's not picking out.
Channel switched.
Okay. SJ was supposed to use that. My communication skills have failed in this expedition match. The fact that 12th blew the hell out of the Atlas here and blew the heck out of the Kit Fox is a testament to the fact that they're actually really good pilots. That was going to be a tough thing. Alright. Limit is... Oh, we're
It's
playing.
pretty light. Let's see, Rockwalker.
67,000, 62,000, 42,000.
12 VR looks like they're metagaming pretty hard. They're picking optimal assets.
The map
And
is map
CJF
one,
is
TSA
going
Glory.
tanks.
I feel like tanks can be really good at those lower cost brackets. Just so much armor to get through. Is that which Rommel is that? AC-20?
It looks like AC-20, yeah.
Where do each of these teams want to fight based on their lists?
Looks like 12 VR is like slightly more medium range than Jade Falcons, but they're still pretty close range regardless. So it's definitely Jade Falcons want to be up phase. Maybe not exactly up phase because tanks, you know, they can get stomped on. Oh, there we go. First engagement, 12 VR gets shots.
It comes down to the tanks just not very maneuverable on bad terrain, so they want clearings.
Oh, but Urishima just got really hurt badly. Okay, they're switching on Hunter because that's the main damage dealer. Probably about to lose an arm. Okay, that's a good pick. But I expect both Urishima and Hunter to be really hurt, while tanks are pretty much fresh.
And there goes.
Yeah, it goes to Jade Falcons probably.
Ramming speed?
Honestly, they should do that.
Jamik's front is hurt, he's been taking a lot of hits, so that's what Snowgibbon is focusing on.
Best way to do it's not by holding still.
You don't want to stand with a light mech in between two heavy tanks, that's for sure.
Were you guys
Yeah, just
surprised?
Not really.
Heavy tanks, they do a lot of, they pull more than their weight when it comes down to
0%
a single
front,
life.
41% internal. The other tank, oh my goodness, was only 10% damaged.
Yep.
Oof.
Yeah, the engagement was to their
Johnny, or Architect?
Okay,
Oh no, I
We're
was saying
underway.
that fits.
two avatars and a Uzil. Break down what each team's trying to do here with their lists.
Jade Falcons have a lot of direct. They have Thunderbolts. One avatar has twin Thunderbolts 10, and I think Uzil has Thunderbolt 5 in it. And those things hit way too hard for how easy they are to use because you just lock on fire. They have a lot of sustained DPS with the autocannons and medium expulses. So yeah, it's not looking good for 12 VR because their weapons are kind of require aiming, and they'll be just constantly bombarded by shots that will cause screen shake, and yeah, it's not going to go well, I think.
Looks like the two teams are slowly coming up on each other. Where's a good position?
It looks like 12 VR got first shots on, but they're really spread apart, and yeah, and Gibbon's getting hit really hard, and that's the main damage dealer in their team. Yep.
This is ouch.
Yep. I mean, I can appreciate 12 VR trying different things, and while Jade Falcons just bring the same list we actually lost to earlier, it's very easy list to win with, honestly.
Well, when it comes to these brackets, it kind of limits your options. I mean, you
It
could get
sure does.
experimental
I'm
fun,
not blaming
but
Jade Falcons for using it. It's probably the strongest list we can take with this bracket. And yeah, we can see effect.
Serial mask, I'm staying behind.
Yeah, that's not the best play for Serial. No, is he up? He should have just said he DC'd there. That's... No, he's gonna get spanked.
Channel switched.
You're waiting, right?
Yep, we're waiting to go against the dev team.
Holy
Get
shit.
out of the way. Get-
Channel switched.
Does it have a thumper on it too? Sure.
It looks like they're trying to do a Gauss thing with the other two assets, so I'd assume PVC Gauss.
Wait, is their heaviest a demo on that team? If they're at 139 and they did not take Duelist, that's not a demo, that's a behemoth. Oh no, they have a demo and a behemoth, never mind. I was gonna say, if they did not take an assault tank with 139, or at least an assault mech, ugh.
So,
Hyper Louse Tech.
any
Is
favorites
that-
on this? Where do they want to position?
I appreciate the ghost spam from CSF. I appreciate it. But the thing is, mercs also have, right? Because those are mercs. They also have some pinpoint damage, so if they'll shoot the arms of that Mark II, they just pop like cherries in a mouth. So yeah, the CSFs will lose it if their ghosts will just get sniped easily, because tanks don't have to worry about it. But yeah, we'll see who picks better and who spots who first better.
I just heard Hag.
Not Goss.
Oh, is it Hag?
So
Yep.
they're trying
my
to
bad.
keep the range.
Well, I mean, similar thing, right? If it loses the Hags, the damage goes down dramatically.
They also count the tanks out at range, so they can't move to cover quickly.
That's true.
That assault tank's not looking so good now, is it?
No, I was expecting the HVAC or something, but it's just taking a beating because it doesn't have the range.
Which weapons did he take on that thing?
Maybe the UAC, because it's not firing yet.
Why is what the hell? What weapon did he pick? Like, he's just eating so many shots right now.
I like how he's instinctively trying to torso twist the turret.
Yeah, I also like the choice of a camouflage.
Yep.
It just makes sure that he gets shot first as well.
That's UAC 10. That's on paper the highest damage behemoth, but it can't come to bear until 650.
It's not the highest damage if you cannot fire.
Yeah.
They were in the one area in the map which, with such huge openings, that Hag would be useful.
Yep.
So this was just
Yeah,
a
the worst
horrible
thing Mercs would have done it.
engagement for the tank team.
They would have been way better off taking the HVAC demo, or HVAC behemoth.
It's still bad.
Because it's bad, but it would have been able to deal some damage before popping. Because they just got outranged here really hard.
I'm confused by what's going on right now. Like, the demo is trying to hide behind a building, I guess, while just getting creamed in the ass. Well, I mean, I'm sure Sea Foxes appreciate having booty to shoot. Yep, hit the wall. I think Mercs are really confused. Just the amount of planking shots that hit their holes just made pilots unconscious or something, and they're just... driving
think they
around like
lost their-
Russian tankers.
I think Jufos was the drop commander, and with his comms dead, these two are snake without a head.
Yeah. Okay, looks like they consolidated. I'm curious what's the status of their whole is. I don't think it's very good. Let's see who they will focus on first. I think he missed those girls, didn't he?
Channel switched.
All right, your last opponent is currently about 3/4 of the way through map 1, and as soon as they're done, you guys will face them for your last thing. So I'll let you know the moment that we're ready, and we'll get you a third pilot as well if you still need one. Okay.
Yep.
Channel switched.
Welcome back, First. Yeah, we're watching a quick wrap up. Yeah, there goes.
How
There goes
damaged?
tanks.
How damaged do you think they got the Falcon?
I don't think they
The
were.
foxes.
Jufas just.
Yeah,
Jufas trolling. I don't think they were very damaged at all.
They got 1 or 2 UXLs.
77% on the MK2, 28% on the Oro, 50% on the Rio.
20.
Server 5,
So-
we're tied 1-1 here in round 6 between the Sea Foxes and the Merc group. We are playing on
Wait,
Glory.
they're tied with the Mercs?
Yep. And we're playing the deciding map, Glory, using restriction set 1, 67, 62, and 42. We have what appears to be 2 Hellhounds and a Locust for the Merc group versus a Kit Fox, a Hellhound,
Locust is already a bad pick.
and
Look, Locust is great pick in pubs because that thing earns you money like crazy.
Battle is joined, and the Kit Fox is just getting completely hammered here.
Well, they don't care about the Locust, so maybe it was a good choice.
Is it the HMG one? Because I'm still driving.
The Sea
Very
Fox,
much so, yeah.
Sea Fox list looks like maybe I can't quite tell. They have Sea Fox list is a Kit Fox, Hellhound, and a Catapult
Cooler.
maybe.
If they can afford a good catapult,
Sea Fox loses 1. Now Alpha Pilot's getting triple teamed, and Resk is actually in a Bushwhacker Prime, I think. Knocks off Perseus's arm of the Merc team. I think the Bushwhacker's pretty fresh.
that Bushwhacker is fresh, but it does not have a lot of damage, and it can be closed and lose even more of
They
its
get
already loaded.
Perseus, so it's down. It's 2-1 now against the. Nope, still 2-2.
They do have more damage now. That's a Locust.
Yeah, I can't believe this Locust still alive.
That Locust could take out that Bushwhacker, honest to God.
It
It
might.
looks like he's about to.
Well, it's 2-1. Resk is gonna have to focus more, but 1 or 2
Looks
good
like
hits
Mare's
should do
got
it.
it. That Locust doing work.
Yeah.
My god.
Resk needs to make the kill shot now.
Yeah,
No,
versus the
good
Hellhound.
jump to the cover. I
Doesn't
think
have
Mare's
the
got
damage
it.
to make it work, I don't think.
Yeah,
Oh!
wow. What a clowns. Well done.
Good
Was
job,
that the
Merc.
machine gun, Locust?
Yes, it's the HMG Beast. I mean, this thing has a lot of DPS actually.
Locust 44%, Hellhound 18%.
The 2 Hellhounds, great pick. Locust, maybe could have done something else.
Questionable, but it worked out. So hey,
Yeah, if
it's
you win,
clearly
that's
a
what
superior
matters.
choice.
They made it work.
Yeah, honestly, that Locust should have been instantly yeeted away the
Oh, yeah.
moment they saw it.
probably should pay attention to what we have. Rowdy auto.
Duelist, keep your radar on. Just gonna head to the end of the runway and like Echo 7.
Alright.
Don't screw up, Duelist.
Go full speed, like I don't want to take point.
On it.
Like last time I drove this thing.
Hmm.
Right in front of us, there's a Chimera. Looks like radar's on.
Ula. There's Ula.
Delta 7. Round the side. Go follow me, Yuri.
Oh fuck.
Coming.
Thank you. Okay. Focus the Warhammer.
On it. Fucking trees.
Morbo's up, Warhammer. Fuck, they're separated now. Get this Ula, get the Ula, get the Ula. Focus the Warhammer now. Perseus' Warhammer.
Fuck. For fuck's sake.
Yeah, whatever.
Alright, that was map 1.
I had the fucking chat key and my commands were going into chat instead of driving my mech. Fuck me. I need to reassign this key on something that don't hit accidentally, for fuck's sake.
77% on the one more hammer, 13% on the other, Uller 38.
Yeah, I like. Peek for a second.
Alright.
Sight. Okay, I'm gonna head to Charlie 4-ish.
Automatic shutdown system offline.
Except go around this side.
Okay. What happened last time, isn't it?
I keep running into trees. For fuck's sake. What am I stuck on? Be around this corner somewhere.
Hang on, wait for the duelist. I think
They're not around here. Turn around. Turn around to where Duelist is. Skirting around the side somewhere.
fucking trees.
That's a bad position. Head Echo 4? Yeah. Dunno. Running out of ideas.
Probably, they are probably toilet bowling.
Good. Oh, right behind us, right behind us, right behind us. Echo 5. Let's move closer. I think I saw a blip. You're gonna be on the other side of that hill.
Do they see us? Did they see us?
Dunno. I just blipped my radar and I saw something vaguely red. What was that? Heavy on the other side of this hill.
Yep. What else is there?
Didn't see there's an Atlas
Assault.
of some form.
Oh. Alright.
Don't move, don't move. We're good.
Yeah, they're behind us. They're they're actually in passive
No,
range.
don't move, Yuri.
Yeah,
I say
yeah.
don't move, don't move.
There was also a tank, I think.
It's a light. It's a light. Go, turn your radar on.
Yep.
Okay.
Priority?
Go around the right side. If you can. Follow me.
Coming.
Looks like they're doing the same thing. We'll, let's move. Looks like the Warhammer's slightly out of position. I'm gonna peek and shoot him.
Waiting.
Keep moving around. Go. No, okay, lost it. Atlas is moving up.
Is he?
Warhammer's moving up.
Hang on, wait, I'm not in position.
No, let's hit this side. Warhammer's moving around. Get that Ula, get that Ula. Get whatever peaks. Get the Atlas.
On it. Tripping over each other. Fucking trees. What?
Age.
Top 4 teams to declare champion.
Well, that's a lot of work for you.
Yep.
I hope you enjoy it.
I hope you guys had fun today. There'll be some post-game show coming up, and it was wonderful to have you guys around in case you're wrapping it up yourselves.
Same to you.
Channel switched.
It was wonderful to have you guys around. Tomorrow, most likely with the 29th as a background date, we're going to be inviting the top 4 teams back to play in a new bracket to determine the championship. There'll be a semifinal, best 2 out of 3, a third place game for the teams that lose, and the championship, best 3 out of 5 for the teams that win. I hope you guys have had fun today, and I hope you guys can consider joining us tomorrow.
Brackets are starting tomorrow?
So tonight's round robin is the bulk of the tournament, but
Yeah.
in order to determine a champion, we're putting together a champions bracket with a 4 teams in a semifinal, and then 2 teams in a final, and 2 teams in the third place game.
Right.
So
And
that'll take place tomorrow at 18:30 UTC, I think, with a fallback date if necessary so since you guys placed in second place, if you're able to make it with your team, we invite you back tomorrow to come in for the overall championship bracket.
all right.
This might actually be a close game against SJ.
Oh.
Channel switched.
Alright, so we're going to follow this camera and this camera. SJ, mostly Heartless, trying to make secure their guaranteed spot in the top 4 with a victory. And if they fall, well, it might get interesting. Alright, so the two teams list, they're both tanking that big-ass tank. The difference is that the BAA team is taking a Ryokin in place of the what I believe to be an Oro. And the third asset, oh, surprisingly, a Raven. I hope that that must be that must be the Raven Alpha then. Either the Raven Alpha or the Raven Prime. They have gone a little bit under on C-bills. I hope there hasn't been a miscommunication. An Oro can run in the 60 range, and some of the Ravens do run. The Guardians are going for a missile list, I believe. Or at least they have the radar advantage, but SJ by far has a 30-ton advantage on them at the moment, and I am not the supervisor of this match, so I will not interrupt. I do think the C-bill limits are about correct, but again, this is going to be very interesting because there's going to be a significant weight difference here. Making sure that we have the limits correctly signed. Ballparking this, that's about 80, that's about 60, 70, and that's about 110 to 150. So compared to 80 to 90 for the Rio, I just don't know that Raven versus that Oro. That may be the match right there if these two teams are able to fight close enough. They do have the jump jet. They do have the jump jet advantage. SJ does with their asset, but the mobility advantage, well, for the other two assets, that's not the really slow 100-ton tank, certainly has to go for, and the radar advantage certainly has to go to the BAA Guardians. Again, this is map 3, round 7. This is the final battle tonight of the second part of the round robin phase of the tournament. We will be having a championship round on one of the next 2 Sundays, inviting the top 4 teams to come in. More on that later. BAA trying to secure first overall place in the tournament with a win on this map, I so believe. It'll be interesting to see how Challenge does this. Now, there's no way that Raven has not picked them up yet. I just don't see that happening. So if not, the Ravens repositioning, and again, I do believe that they might be going for a missile list here, using a possible Narc. Yes, that is the Raven Prime. So that has a Narc missile on it, so when it lands on the enemy, it gives 30 seconds of missile information, and it's an automatic lock-on for any lock-on weapons that are within range of the Raven's teammates. And the idea there is to launch a ton of missiles at the enemy. I'm not terribly familiar with the Mars tanks here. They are a brand new asset. I have only faced one once or twice in battle, and we'll try to get some more commentary in the post game show coming up next event time. Now, with these slow assets, positioning is going to be more critical than in just about any other match. You are definitely going to need to not make a mistake, because your tank cannot come help you right away. It takes time for it to go there. I have seen Joey do well in public matches with this very particular Mars tank, and Kids in and Architect are both skilled pilots, but don't let yourself think that the BAA team does not have skilled pilots themselves, because my goodness, these are 3 heavy hitter pilots here. Now, remember that there is only a 15-minute time limit on these matches, and so we begin to have an issue of the two teams trying to have a kill box and trying to find where they are. So we are following on the second camera the BAA team shoulder cam, and then we are following the SJ team right now in blimp cam, and you can see that the two teams are really nowhere near each other on the match. And if it goes the full 15 minutes, we may actually still have a map 4. I am Mech Master, i.e. Duelist, bringing you the matches as only I can, and most of the team, we have about half the teams, a quarter of the teams have headed off for the evening. We still have about 12, 13 people hanging out, waiting for the post-game announcements, and we have coverage that I'll be sure to get you from the other channels as well to complement this. I believe that we're about halfway through the battle, roughly, about 6-7 minutes in, and both teams are in their respective areas, sitting and waiting for the other team to move up. And I think that if the two teams have to move, that the positioning will be in favor of the BAA Guardians team, due to the fact that I do not think they will really want to move off of where they are, which is just offset of center on one of the edges on the opposite end of the spiky thing. So the opposite end of the spiky thing. So we're going to zoom out. So there's not much going on right now. So the opposite end of the spiky thing. So the BAA team is over on this hill. So the SJ team is here underneath our camera on this hill. And the BAA team trying to, again, launch those missiles. Their lock-on range for those missiles is probably right about this spot, roughly. And their NARC missile spot is right about right here, 900 meters or so. And you can just see that in a 15-minute match, this might be the very first tie in the entire tournament if the two teams decide to do it. Again, I am not the supervisor on this one, so I'll keep an eye on it, certainly. But we've got this being handled by a veteran ref over there in Direwolf, and so he will handle the notifications to players as maybe time gets interesting. Again, I want to believe that the OG time on this, that we are about 8 minutes in now, I believe, and we'll see what happens. Somebody's going to have to move at some point, or they're just going to SJ might discover what the BAA team has. The BAA team is now deciding, okay, we need to close in a bit. Maybe they've seen the SJ team. Maybe they just want to reposition. But the BAA team is now repositioning a little bit. You can see them moving up to that hill. Their weapons range are there. Kids in should get a look on them. Kids in should discover them, but he's also going to get discovered himself. So the two teams are going to know where they're at. That Raven will pick up the SJ team before the SJ team has radar contact. And, well, SJ trying to spring a trap, and the BAA Guardians trying to create a trap. So we'll see what happens. We'll take the SJ camera here. We'll move to the BAA camera on the other setting, and right there, if Kidson pokes his head over, he's going to get narked, and that is going to be a ton of damage for those missiles. Bloodraven looking up there like he knows that there's something up there. Kidson trying to take a look, trying to get info. But this is a dangerous thing for Kidson to do. So if we move to where Kidson was, roughly here, I think that he can see them. But this may be a battle that does not happen. Or if it does, this may be a long-range battle that takes place at close range. I don't know how else to describe that. BAA has as much patience as Architect, his drop commander opponent, to tell his teams to sit here and wait. And we wait for our opportunity. There's the first hit. Kidson sees what they have. And the narc just misses by a meter or so. And so Kidson, lucky to not be spammed with missiles right now. And I would be surprised if Kidsin stays up at that position. Time slowly running down now, so the Raven is going to have to start getting a bit aggressive. I am extremely surprised that Kidsin is trying to get a shot off here. This is a mistake for SJ to see. They have it. Kidsin trying to trade fire, but they have that spot locked down, and if SJ comes around the left side over here, they will be in direct firing range, but able to close the distance. So Architect for SJ Mostly Heartless has a decision to make, and BAA, the commander of the Guardians team, has a decision to make here too. How much leeway does Kidsin have to try and get shots? Do they move the tanks whatsoever? Kidsin trying to do any damage that he can, so that if they do end up closing the distance, that there's a favor there. But say hello to my Narc. The Narc just misses. Kidsin playing with fire here. Kidsin playing with fire here. They are slowly repositioning the tanks. Kidsin's been called back. We are drawing our lines in the sand, and who's going to blink first? Let's slide down to the SJ side here, and you can see behind the Raven pilot on the BAA team on the other camera. We're running low on time, so here we go. They're going to try and get that Narc off, and Joey Architect, the Narc is off. The missiles should be out. Here come the missiles, and Joey Architect and Kidsin have a decision to make here. SJ taking a lot of damage. I think now they realize just how dangerous that Narc is. I would not be surprised to see them just give up on trying to fight from this exact position and literally just move away. Kidsin uses his PPC to kill it, and this could be the battle if Joey cannot get that thing. Okay, saved by the rock. SJ at this point trying to survive. There's no real sugarcoating this. SJ not equipped to handle those missiles. Outstanding position by the Guardians team. And unless they can kill that Raven, I think that we might start getting into carrying rules here, which is gonna be controversial and interesting to say the least. But we'll take care of that one, and if we get there. Kidsin deciding to get some shots off, trying to keep the Raven honest. While BAA and the Ryokin decide, let's get some missiles off. Joey, ton of armor on that thing, a ton, but has certainly taken a lot of salvos of missiles. And Architect going to have to decide, are we going to risk going in, or are we going to run? And the decision has been made. Let's close the distance, and let's finish this off. So, here we go. They've negated their missile advantage, but Joey pretty damaged, and that's still a Mars tank for BAA. I'm not sure what to think here. Get the Raven, but Joey trying to position. BAA still has a lot of firepower here. This is going to be close. BAA with still a lot of firepower. Can you get Kidsin? Can you get Architect? Focus on Joey. Okay, that's it. SJ hangs on, and I do believe secures their place in the final teams, fighting in the top 4. We're gonna make sure this match is certified. And as I suspected, Joey's tank took a lot of damage there. This was anybody's match. This was anybody's match.